Hello again. It's 10:30 on Father's Day. Um, I haven't checked in all day because I've just been doing other things. It's Father's Day. We celebrated, and um, I celebrated by eating what I wanted. We had pizza and ice cream and cupcakes. Zero guilt. If I only have them on special occasions, I'm fine. So, I celebrated today. I'm going to celebrate tomorrow. Oh, I got some low calorie ice cream to try. It was, I can't remember the brand name. I think it started with a G, but it was like sugar substitutes. It was one of those little things, like a single serving thing, and I think it was like 300 calories if you ate the whole thing. So, which is like the equivalent calories to a meal. So I know that I'm going to go up. I'm not too worried. I was only 166 when I got up this morning, so I'm not too worried about it. And I'll be celebrating tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll be celebrating as much because, like, after having everything, I'm like, I feel kind of blah. So, William wants homemade spaghetti and meatballs for dinner tomorrow, and he wants donuts instead of a cake. So, I don't know if I'll actually have a donut. It doesn't sound good to me at all right now, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. But yeah, again, zero guilt. I'm still having the same, like I had a wrap for lunch. I had the yogurt breakfast that I always do. It was just, the afternoon when I had dinner. So, um, as far as exercise, I played with the dog running around the house a little bit, playing some hide and seek, trying to get him to play fetch in the yard. He still doesn't understand the concept of fetch. So I got a little bit, but not much at all. Again, not worried about it. I did sit here and try to plan what my upcoming projects will be. The concrete at the pool. For now, at least, I'm done working on it. It was hurting my hands too much. My mother wanted to hire somebody to come and do it. So if he comes, that's fine. He can do it. I don't care. But I'm not going to worry about that anytime soon. I want to focus on my car and getting the camera in. So that's next. And then I have other things that I can do. I can finish the concrete, or not the concrete, but the stone patio. I did half of it a couple of years ago. I can do the other half. Now, especially that I have some place to put the dirt, I'll put it in the pool. And I want to work on the trees in the backyard. I have a couple of trees that I've planted in bushes, and having to mow underneath where the branches are growing out is becoming tedious. So I would like to take the sod out from underneath and mulch out to the edge of the branches so that I don't have to dodge and duck and be whipped by branches anymore when I mow the grass. So, and then I'm going to have to get a load of dirt because when the concrete comes up at the pool, I'm going to need to bring the dirt up to level with the concrete so that we can plant flowers along the one edge where I want to plant flowers. And then I'll have to fill in where we took the stuff out. So, like, it's a whole big project. I have to do this before I can do that, and I have to do that before I can do that. So all of it's hinging right now on all the concrete, or at least some of the concrete being taken out. Once the first edge is done, then we can start moving things in anticipation of other stuff. But that first edge has to get done. So here we are. I also was thinking about, we have an area next to our house where there is a gap. And so it's like a step. Well, there's a ramp, and then there's like a little deck, and then there's a little, you walk into the yard, and it's raised up. This deck is raised up. If we didn't have the deck, there would be a huge concrete step to step over, and then climb up into the yard. So, and the reasons for that are many. Well, not many, but it's a long story that I don't want to get into here. So I was thinking about just having someone, because it's right at the end of our driveway, back in with a load of dirt and fill it in with dirt so we don't, because the deck is getting old. I don't know how long the boards are going to last. And like we can just have somebody fill it in with dirt and we don't have to worry about having a deck there anymore. So that's a possibility. It may or may not happen. If it does happen, it's not going to happen soon because the boards are still good. So, but that'll be an easy fix when the time comes. So yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about different projects and things that I can do. The first one is the car. The second one is I want to clean out the shed. So that'll come after the car. And then I have other things. Hopefully by then maybe some of the concrete will be moved so I can start doing the dirt stuff. And in the midst of all of the projects that I want to do, in the middle of all of this, and I also want to start working on the chimney in our hallway that I want gone. So in the middle of all of this, depending on if I have time tomorrow, I'm planning on getting in touch with the person who shares the tree in our backyard with us. There's a tree that grows right, the property line goes right through the middle of it. So it needs to come down. We've had an arborist here. He took one look at it and he said, it needs to come down. I'm not doing it because it's too much of a hazard where it is. So he gave me the names of a few people to call who would be willing and able to do it. So, but first I have to get in touch with the guy who owns the property that's on the other side of this tree that we share, to see, first of all, to let him know that it needs to come down on the advice of an arborist, and secondly, to see if he'll split the cost with us of taking it down, since it's like neither one of us owns the whole thing. It's half and half. So, yeah, that's tomorrow if I can get to it before we do stuff with Will, depending on what he wants to do. So that's how I spent my day. I was looking at sheds because I was thinking about other projects, and since the pool's gotten put on the back burner, I was digging into other things that I could be doing that need to be done. So yeah. So yes, I went off my diet, but I didn't go too uber crazy. And I didn't get a lot of physical exercise today. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Like I said, I plan on celebrating with my son again tomorrow. The hardest part of all of this, although it may not be that hard when the time actually comes, because like I said, after eating like I did today, I'm feeling kind of blah. And that's usually what it happens. This is another reason why I thought I was a food addict, because I will eat until I make myself sick. I will eat myself to being physically ill, where I'm either going to be sick someplace or I need to take a Pepcid to keep everything with, no hiccups, because it could get ugly. So yeah, that's another reason. I haven't been counting all the reasons I've been giving. That's a reason like number 3, 4, 5, I don't know. But through the course of these videos, I'm telling you why I thought that I was a food addict. Maybe I am. I don't know. But the hardest part will be on Tuesday, putting things back on track. It may not be that hard because of how gross I feel after eating like this. But then again, it may be, because, those lunchtime snacks, especially the bowl of cereal after eating lunch and before my coffee, that's the hardest one. So we'll see. being able to do these videos, that accountability that I have to have helps so much. It helps so much. Even if nobody ever watches these, it helps me knowing that I have to be accountable to something. So um, I'm hoping between the ookie feeling and the accountability that I can hop back on Tuesday and pick this up. So yeah, that's where I am right now. Okay, so happy Father's Day. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I will not be doing anything else today. Definitely not be eating anything else today. So I hope that you're having as good a day as I am, or better, and that you found some way to celebrate today, whether it involved food or not, or whether it involved exercise or not. Some of you lucky folks have, you can get out there and go hiking. Have a nice hike for Father's Day. Or go on a bike ride or something like that. But anyway, I hope you had a good day, and I will see you again tomorrow. So bye for now.